there might be a quarterback controversy in Santa Clara.
Should the 49ers be sold on Brock Purdy and willing to trade Trey Lance yet?
Boy, that'd be crazy to give up on this man for a third-round pick, Skip, after you moved heaven and earth to get him. I mean, you gave up 3 firsts and Jenny said a second, but my stats are saying a 2020 second, third-round pick. But whatever, 3 first-rounders to give up on him. I'm going to hold on to him, Skip, and hope the value goes up at a later date and time. But I think that if they were to do that, Skip, it would make the 49ers look really bad, that you gave up that much to mortgage this much of your future and then only take a third rounder in return for him, Skip? Look, I understand that he's young in his career and he's been besieged by injuries this early in his career, Skip.
Besieged.
But I'm not going to give up on him just yet, Skip, because what did we see? We saw they had Trey Lance and they held on to Jimmy G, and then Trey Lance get hurt, and then Jimmy G comes in and plays well. Jimmy G gets hurt, and here comes Brock Purdy. So I'm not assured that Brock Purdy can maintain health. So I'm gonna hold on to Trey Lance, Skip. But barring an injury, it's his job to lose. I just, like I said, Skip, the honors are going to happen Thursday before the Super Bowl. Guess who's nominated for Offensive Rookie of the Year? Mr. Purdy.
Oh, yes. The San Francisco 49ers have a quarterback problem that includes Trey Lance, Brock Purdy, Jimmy Garoppolo, and even Josh Johnson. All right, I'm kidding about Josh Johnson. But seriously, the 49ers have this problem, and it's a good one to have. Who wouldn't like having 3 quarterbacks on their roster that are starter worthy? Hell, some teams can't even find 1 quarterback. But despite how good of a problem it might be, it is still one that they will have to solve nonetheless. So let's address the elephant in the room. Brock Purdy, one hell of a quarterback. I mean, what quarterback do you know with the Mr. Irrelevant tag starts out at 7-0, you get your team 1 game within a Super Bowl appearance, and you just take the lead by storm? Not many, if any. And regardless of what happened in that NFC Championship game, yes, he was brought down to earth with the injury to his elbow, which basically limited him for the rest of the game and pretty much had it so he was just not even a factor. You still can't take anything away from Brock Purdy. I mean, if that showed anything, it basically just proved that he's not invincible, and similar to every other quarterback on the 49ers roster, he can be touched by the injury bug as well. And so had he remained healthy in that game, who knows what the turnout would have been. But we're not going to focus on that. What we are going to focus on is what we do know. And what we know is Brock Purdy is a stud and has earned the respect of everyone in Niner country and has the right to demand to be the starter going forward. But it's just not that easy. You see, there's a guy on the roster named Trey Lance, who, though some say his sample size isn't that big, and he really wasn't all that impressive in the action that we did see, he was still a huge investment for the 49ers. And I'm talking giving up 3 first-round picks. Huge. Understand? And guys like that, or shall we say investments like that, are not something that you can just throw away. That type of shit can get a GM fired or set a franchise back for years. I mean, just take a look at their divisional foe in the Rams. They mortgaged future picks to win a Super Bowl, and this season they didn't even make it to the playoffs. Playoffs? Bet you they aren't saying F them picks now. So Trey Lance just isn't somebody you can turn away from like that, unless you get an ignorant team who would send you some first rounders to get him. But I say ignorant because what team would do that? Trey Lance very well may be an awesome quarterback, but we haven't seen it. We haven't even gotten glimpses of it. So what do? Because this is a very peculiar situation. Do you trade Lance for whatever you can get back for him? I doubt it. Do you maybe put together a package where you ship Lance and Jimmy G away and make up for the loss with those 2 deals? Maybe. Or do you use this sample size that Brock Purdy has put together and ship him off to gain pieces you can surround Trey Lance with? Because I guarantee you this, the last thing that will and should not happen is having all of these guys in the same locker room. As a matter of fact, I think we can all agree that Jimmy G will be the first to leave. So that still leaves Lance and Purdy. And the situation is pretty much complicated. Now let's say you take these 2 guys into camp to battle it out for the starting job. In the summer months, that might be cool. You know, it breeds competition and it just keeps everyone on their toes. It keeps news and network outlets having topics to talk about. All of that good stuff, right? But eventually, that will even become problematic, since whoever obtains the starting spot will be constantly looking over their shoulder. And that can be detrimental for a young quarterback. Hell, any quarterback, but a young one who isn't proven especially. But I digress. It's looking like either way they go, there will be some unhappy people. Coaches, teammates, fans, analysts, hype man, you. Yes, I'm talking about you. Because you can see how much the players enjoy playing with Brock. Their eyes just light up whenever they talk about him. I'm pretty sure some coaches like being able to run the offense through him. They have confidence in him. They like his sense of comfort and just his swag running the offense and his poise. You don't want to just throw that away for a guy who's supposed to be the starter. And yes, I'm saying that with air quotes. He's supposed to be the starter off the principle that you drafted him early and you paid so much to get him. That can split a locker room quicker than a stripper's legs. And it will definitely lead to some unhappy fans. And I would like to say something to the fans who are all in on Brock Purdy. Now, don't get mad at me. I think Brock Purdy is very good. Don't get it twisted. But again, it was such a small sample size that you don't want to put all your chips into a guy and then come next year after defensive coordinators around the league have a whole offseason to prepare and scheme against them, because you know they're going to do it. Because once you do that, you can't go back. And then people will be crying saying, I knew we should have never turned away from Trey Lance. It was too soon.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
And I'll say decisions. Because San Francisco 49ers have a lot of decisions to make. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thank you for watching. You enjoyed this video, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to enjoy some more videos. My name is Vinny. This is Deep in the Field, and this quarterback controversy is about to get real. I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.